Hi guys, so good to see you. Oh my gosh, so it's been a while, right? So, what we're going to do today, I want you to come on in. I want you to share this broadcast out if you know a graphic designer or if you know someone who can benefit from learning graphic design. Go ahead and share this broadcast out because today is our very first Dine in Design. So, what is Dine in Design? It is basically a 30 to 45-minute weekly mini session, if you will, where we'll be talking about design tips and design business tips that'll help you take your design business or side hustle or whatever it is that you want to call it to the next level. So, I want to keep this bite-sized, short, easy to consume, and easy for you to be able to do it like within your lunch break. So I don't want to overwhelm you. This will be on average, our dining designs are going to be between 30 and 45 minutes every week. We'll do about 15 to 30 minutes of actual information, and then I'll do a 15-minute Q&A if anyone has any questions at the end. So that's how that's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I am connected here on Facebook on my page. So I'll make sure that I'm showing up and talking to someone. Once you enter the room, please feel free to say hi, where you're from, what you do. Yep, I think I do see it. And that's also where I'm going to be checking out my comments, because usually I'm not able to see them because of the software that I'm using. But yes. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer Ward of J Ward Design Studio. I am a graphic designer, and what I do is I provide worry-free design solutions for female entrepreneurs who are looking to save time and take their business visuals to the next level. So what I want to do today is I want to talk about 5 must-have tools in your graphic design business. So really, outside of maybe 1 or maybe 2 tools, this could really apply to any service-based business. So if you are a service-based business, if you're a VA, if you are an assistant of any sort, if you are a writer or a speaker, you can definitely benefit from these must-have tools. So I am going to go ahead and let's see. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm showing up. So, okay. So we're going to go ahead, like I said, share this out if you know of any aspiring graphic designers, or if you yourself are interested, or if you know someone who is interested in learning the skill of graphic design to be able to assist or start a business or help someone in their business. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started on this thing with the first of the 5 tools that you need in your graphic design business. And it is pretty self-explanatory, because if you have a graphic design business, what do you need? You need graphic design software. So that's going to be the number one thing that you're going to need. Now, here's the thing. The graphic design software that you need is going to depend on the type of graphic design service that you are offering. So on average, typically, your graphic designers are going to talk about Adobe Creative Suite software. So Adobe Creative Suite consists of Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Acrobat, and then you also have programs like Dreamweaver, which is for creating websites, Adobe Muse, which is also for creating websites that don't require coding. And then you have a couple other ones like Premiere Pro and I want to say Animate, which goes into like 3D graphics and animation and things like that. So graphic design is such a broad industry. There are so many different areas that you could go in. So a lot of times when people think graphic design, they're automatically thinking either print work, like business cards, postcards, things like that, or they're thinking about websites. Where the fact of the matter is, graphic designers also do animation. They also do 3D work. Like the people that get into doing like the special effects and things like that. Those people have graphic design skills as well. So just determining what area you want to go in will determine the type of graphic design software that you need. If you're just starting, a great place to start learning the basics of graphic design would be a free software called Canva. Canva is a cloud-based software that you can use for free just to kind of learn your way around, learn the fundamentals. They have templates on the site that you can use and tweak to kind of get an idea of how print items and digital items need to be laid out. So there's that. Then you also have where you can use the $12.99 service for Canva. That's called Canva for Work. And typically, if you have a business, that's a very beneficial plan to have, because you can upload your own fonts and you can also save your logo and your brand colors within the software. Canva also has a mobile app too, so you can design on the go. Now, there are a couple other apps that you can use for design, like Picmonkey Ripple, which is like almost like a video based software that you can use to give your graphics more depth or movement, because video is much more popular now than forever ago. You can do video with Ripple, and also Canva too. You can also do I want to say maybe Canva Pro, because I have the Pro version, so I'm not sure what's free and what's under the Pro subscription. But I'll check into that and make a notation of whether or not it's in there. But you could do like motion graphics in Canva as well. So that's going to be your number one tool that you need in your graphic design business. You're going to need design software, be it Canva or Adobe Creative Suite. You also have software like Corel. Corel makes like Draw, and then there are some other ones, but these are the ones that I recommend. Adobe Creative Suite, and then if you are just starting out, start with the free Canva software. Going on next to number two, the second thing that you would need for your graphic design business. And this is more so about the business side of graphics, not the graphic side, because again, when you do when you're working on the actual what designs are you doing, then that's going to determine what software you're using, and then that's also going to determine a couple other factors. But these other four things are going to be needed regardless as to what sector that you're going in graphic design. So the second tool that you're going to need in your graphic design business is going to be a cloud storage software. So cloud storage is going to be your Dropbox or Google Drive. So it's going to be basically a way to store files online. Now, from personal experience, I will definitely say I personally like to have my files on the cloud because I can access them from anywhere. However, if you have sketchy internet capabilities, depending on where you travel or if you travel with work and things like that, it'll sometimes be best for you to use maybe like a portable hard drive or a jump drive or something like that to store your work on. However, there are going to be times when you're sending work when the file is going to be too large for you to email. So if you're working on a large format graphic, if you're working on a like a booklet or something that has like a lot of graphics, or it's a really big file, anything over maybe 16 megabytes, you're going to need a way to send it to them, and they be able to retrieve it without it like jamming up your email system. So the cloud storage is what I recommend for that. So you do have Dropbox, which is what I use. Dropbox has a free plan also. You also have Google Drive, which I want to say is a part of, I'm not sure if it's a part of the Google Suites or if it's just something that you can get, because I have Google Suites, but Google Drive is another one. And then there's one called Box. And then there's also one other software that I saw. I can't think of the name of it, and I didn't jot it down, but it's completely web based. Thank you. I'm seeing a couple people pop in. I just wanted to say hi and let you know that we are going over 5 must-have tools for your graphic design business. So thank you for joining, and feel free to post any questions as I am going through, because I'll read them at the end and answer any questions that you have. So the first thing that we said that you need in your graphic design business is going to be some design software. If you're just starting, Canva is a great place to start. They have a free service that you can use just to get yourself acclimated with the idea of design. And then you have Adobe Creative Suite if you're ready to take your design skills to the next level. The next thing is going to be cloud storage, which is going to be your Dropbox. There's one called Box. You also have Google Drive, which is where you can store files to send to your clients if your files are too big to send via email. So the next thing that you're going to need in your online, not in your online business, but in your graphic design business is an online calendar. As a graphic designer, we tend to be so consumed with the work that we do. Hey, Miss Amos, thanks so much for joining, and thank you so much for notating the things that you need. So Miss Amos just put down number 1, design software. Number 2 is cloud storage. But number 3 is going to be something that will really help you in terms of time management. A lot of times I get inboxes, I get text messages, I get emails that say, hey, I need a design, or I need a logo. How much are your logos? And what's your turnaround time? They have questions. So honestly, for me, I can't necessarily give you all that information at once. However, I don't mind having some dedicated time to talk to you about your project needs. And so that's where number 3 comes into place, which would be an online calendar. An online calendar is super important, especially, and this goes beyond graphic design. If you have a service-based business in general, having an online calendar is really great, because going back and forth via text, hey, I like to sit down and talk with you about a possible logo. What's your availability? Well, I'm available anytime Wednesday after 5. Oh, shoot, I have to work at 5. How about Thursday? I can do Thursday morning. Well, no, I'll be out of town. All of that back and forth can really be eliminated. And you're also positioning yourself as much more professional if you have an online calendar where you can send them a link and say hey, here's my calendar that has my availability. Schedule a time and a date that works for you. And then they just go in and they schedule it. And you don't have to be back and forth on your phone. You don't have to be back and forth in your email or in your inbox. They schedule it. They get a chance to chit chat with you or whatever it is that they do. And you're able to work uninterrupted for, whatever the remainder of the time is. So in terms of online calendars, I have 2 that I recommend. There are several, actually. There are some that are incorporated in my number 4 tool, but the ones that I recommend are Calendly, and that is Calendly, Calendly, and then there's Acuity, which is another one. That's Acuity. I have an affiliate link with Acuity. So if you sign up for Acuity, you could save, I want to say 20% off of your subscription, but they have a free subscription for Calendly and for Acuity. So the site for Acuity is acuityscheduling.com. They were just actually bought by Squarespace, which we'll be talking about that in the coming weeks. But having that online calendar, the free version, you can set up your availability, let people know what days, yes, Calendly and Acuity. Let people know what days you are available to chat for whatever it is that you want to chat for. You're able to do a several different appointment types. So let's say you do logo consultations, and then maybe you want to do, if you're a VA, you want to do consultations like for new clients, and then do consultations for like specific services that you offer within your VA business. So if you're a virtual assistant and you offer design services within your services, you can break those services down, and you can schedule different appointments for different services. And that way, once people go in and schedule, you can set different availability for those. And then when they schedule those appointments, you will know what they're meeting for. You can also, in Acuity, you can do intake forms. So let's say somebody wants to do Acuity scheduling, ing at the end, acuityscheduling.com. And I think I may be able to, or maybe not, be able to put that in there. But okay, here we go. I'll put the link in there in the comments. But you can, if someone wants information on, say, a logo, hey, I want to get a logo, or I need a social media graphic, you could go in and create an intake form that lets them know, okay, so what's the name of your project? Well, what's your name? What's the name of your project? When do you need it by? What colors? Blah, 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 blah. And when they schedule the consultation to talk with you, then you'll kind of have some information on there. You'll be able to give them an accurate quote based on the information that they provided. So having an online calendar, not only it helps you stay organized, it makes you appear more professional. It really helps save time. It really helps save time with the back and forth of doing the emailing and the texting and the inboxing of trying to get things scheduled. So I am about to pop that Acuity link in the comments so that everyone can have access to that. Okay. And this is my affiliate link too, guys. So you can, hold on, I'm trying to see what the savings is on it. You get to save, I want to say 20%, but I'll double check and I'll let y'all know that as well. So that's what I use. I use Acuity for my online scheduling. And in the coming weeks too, I will also break down how I use Acuity to keep up with my my design work. So that'll be something that we'll be going over also. So next up, after, let's see, no problem. And definitely check that out. If you have to have meetings with anyone for anything, Acuity scheduling is really great for that. So, so far we've gone over 3 tools that you need for your graphic design business. We talked about design software. We talked about cloud storage to send files to your clients that are too large for you to send via email. And then we also talked about having an online calendar. Now, this next thing, it can be, I'm not going to even lie, it could really be overwhelming. However, if you take the time to really get into this particular tool, it will really change the dynamic of your business. I cannot tell you how many clients I have that are so impressed with my onboarding process because I have this thing in place. And I'm not going to lie, because it takes a while to learn it and actually get people acclimated into using it. And it is called a CRM software, which is a customer relationship management software. And it depends on the type of industry that you're doing design work in, or that you are doing just your businesses in general, that will determine the best CRM software for you. So as graphic designers, well, I use Dubsado. So I'll go ahead. I got a link for that as well. Dubsado is almost like an all-in-one. Basically, what this software does is it creates, you're able to house all of the things that you would use with your um, your projects, all of the client information, all of their contact information, and then what's going on within their project. So their contract, their invoices. For me, I use proofs, the design proofs. I'm able to create workflows for specific services. I'm also able to what else do I use for it? Now, Dubsado actually has a scheduler in there. It's still kind of in the beta stages of it, and I'm just very loyal to Acuity, so I use Acuity for my scheduling. But scheduling is also available in there. You can get intake forms that you can embed or have linked. If someone wants to, get into your workflow, you're able to keep track with the status of your project. If you break your project down into certain statuses, and I mean, it's just a really robust software that you can use. However, there are other softwares that I've used in the past that you can use depending on your the area that you're going into for your design business. So HoneyBook is another software. It's really big and it's really great for people or professionals in the wedding industry. Wedding and events industry is really geared towards that industry. So photographers, florists, event planners, and stationery designers who are specializing in those event type or event based industries. HoneyBook is a great option for that. You're able to actually go in and communicate with your client. You would send them maybe like a way for them to log in, and you can communicate with them. They're able to review their invoice, their contract. The same thing as Dubsado. So these have the same similar kind of platforms, if you will. They kind of do the same thing. It's just a matter of determining which one works best for your business. Another one that I've used, and I used it before I moved over to Dubsado, is 17 Hats. And that's the number 17, HATS. It's a really good software as well. I can't remember why I shifted from 17 Hats to Dubsado, but they are very, very similar in terms of what they offer. So contracts, workflows, invoices, I think it may have been the interface, like the user experience. Dubsado was just more visually appealing to me. You could do more customization with your proposals and contracts and things like that. And as a designer, that was really important to me. So I think that's why I switched from 17 Hats to Dubsado. But you can use what else? Reminders. You could set reminders and tags. You can send emails to your clients and have them scheduled to go out. Those are other things that you could do within this client customer relationship management software. So it's short CRM software. Again, I use Dubsado and I love it. I just think it's just really great to have a system in place. Even if it's super simple, having a place where somebody could go to view their proofs. I just have a lot of people that are just like, wow, as opposed to them just getting a file. I have the proof. It comes in a form. It kind of maps out what it is that they're supposed to do. And once they send it, there's something that kind of lets them know, hey, your thing has been sent. And then I could go in and make the changes. It just makes for, like I said, just a neater process, which is one of those things that really will help in your business. And doing graphic design, it really kind of helps with that. So that's going to be our number 4 tip. And we are getting ready to go over the very last tip. We got about 5 more minutes, and I'm really glad that you all have joined me today for this. And we are going to go Dubsado. I got a link for that too. I'm gonna go ahead and do that before we go into the last tool that you need. And then I'm gonna also talk about why I didn't mention one that a lot of people think that you need, and you do need it. But I think that these are great. This is a great place to start in your graphic design business. So we've done design software. We've done online calendar. We've done cloud storage. And we've done customer relationship management software, which is CRM software. If you Google CRM software, a lot of them will come up. But Dubsado is the one I recommend. You have some Basecamp is one. And Basecamp is really not customer relationship management as much as it is project management. And we'll get into that in the upcoming weeks too. Project management software, which is another, well, I guess I'll go ahead and throw that in there too. Project management software is another form of another tool that could really be beneficial for your graphic design business. So when it comes to project management, I'm a little torn because I'm a solopreneur right now. Well, I do have a couple of designers, but for the most part, I work by myself a lot of times. And so project management in a traditional sense is more about teams working together. And since I typically work directly with the client, there's no team. I'm a team of one. But I do use project management software to manage my project. It kind of helps streamline some things. And in the coming weeks, I'll be going over some really great and popular project management software too. But for our number 5 tool that you need for your graphic design business is going to be email marketing software. Everything that I have mentioned today has been cloud-based software. So you don't have to go out and purchase the software. And well, with Adobe Creative Suite, it's almost like a cloud hybrid, because you go online and you download the software, and then you're able to update it as the updates are released. So you would pay monthly, or you could just pay one fee and be stuck with that one software. But so it's kind of, you don't necessarily need the internet to use it, but to update your stuff, you don't have to go out to the store and purchase anything. So everything is pretty much in an online sense. So email marketing software is going to be the thing. I feel like that is going to be the thing that's going to separate you and your business from people who are doing a lot of their marketing exclusively on social media, which is really a no-no unless you're doing it from a business page. So your email marketing system is going to help you to pull your people from the social media posts. If you're doing an online business or a service-based business and you're online and you're marketing to your audience, not using the social media platform exclusively to promote and market and do business, because we all have seen where Facebook has gotten messed up, Instagram has gotten messed up. We've had instances where you couldn't go online and do what it is that you wanted to do to promote your business. Having this email marketing software will help you collect the email addresses of your potential or current clients, and you'll be able to communicate with them directly within their email. So that is something, some people are on social media every day, but due to algorithms, a lot of times you don't see the post unless they're a sponsored post, and then that's for a whole nother conversation. But if I send you an email, aside from you not checking it, I know you got it because I sent it to you specifically. So when you're talking about like letting people know about specials that you have or services that you're offering, having that email marketing list will ensure that they will see what it is that you have. And then also, one thing that I didn't mention that I think a lot of people probably would have expected me to mention because it's something that I offer, and that's a website. Your email marketing system could be software could be a great way for you to kind of bypass that until you're actually ready for a website. So having a your email marketing, a way for people to be able to go in and sign up with you to get more information about your services, about what you offer, and then being able to kind of communicate with them and post different things. If you have a price list or something that you want people to have, you can just send it directly to them and not have to take the risk or roll the dice on them maybe seeing that you're closed for Labor Day, or maybe seeing that you have a special coming out. You can just send it to them directly. So a few email marketing services that are very popular, and especially with creatives, is going to be the one I recommend. First is Mailchimp, because it's free. Everything that I'm mentioning to you has either a free trial or a free version of it, so you don't have to necessarily worry about busting the bank trying to get yourself organized in your graphic design business. Mailchimp is what I use. It is there's a lot that you can do with it. You can automate sequences, which is something we'll talk about later. But if you want to kind of plan out some emails that you want to send, every couple of days or every week, kind of talking about something that you have coming up, then Mailchimp will allow for you to do that. You could do up to 2,000 subscribers on Mailchimp for free. And so this will be a great way for you to get yourself in the habit of talking to your audience or marketing to a list of people without having to commit to a monthly investment. Another one is called MailerLite. I don't use it. However, it has a really nice interface, and I want to say they have a free version as well. Another one is ConvertKit, which a lot of people in the online space, creatives, coaches, consultants, people like that, they use ConvertKit because it has a more robust segmenting, which is something when you're getting into emailing certain information to certain groups of people, you have to segment the list, and it does a really good job of that. And ConvertKit has a 30-day free trial, and then it's like $26 or $29 a month. So that's another really good one. And then there are other services like Constant Contact. That's another one. I want to say Constant Contact is a lot of businesses use Constant Contact. So that's another one. And then there's one called Emma, EMMA. That's another one that I don't use, but it's a pretty popular one. My recommendation is start with Mailchimp. Until you get into the robust nature of email marketing, which would require a bit more from you. Your list grows more, things like that. Then you can start looking into some other systems, Kartra, Kajabi, other more expensive. I want to say Invisionsoft is another one. Those are more pricey, but they do way more than just email marketing. Then also the thing with Mailchimp, they have what's called a landing page option. So you could go in, let's say you want to you got a flyer special that you're doing and you want to be able to promote it. Well, you could create a landing page for the item, the thing that you want to sell, and then you could link that Mailchimp landing page URL to where people can go and purchase the item, or they can contact you for more information. That's what I was looking for. So because I want to say that there are a few stipulations if you don't have an actual website. So just to go over and cover, because we are going beyond our 30 minutes right now. Just to do a quick recap of the 5 tools that you need for your graphic design business, 5 must-have tools. You have the not Adobe Creative Suite, design software. Design software is what you need. Adobe Creative Suite is one of my recommendations. And then Canva, if you're just getting started, Canva is a great place to start with learning graphic design or getting designs to where you want to start offering them to clients or others. You can start with Canva. So that's going to be number 1. Number 2 is going to be cloud storage, a place online for you to hold your graphics that are too large for you to send via email. So that's going to be your Dropbox, Google Drive, Box. And then there's one more that I'm going to mention and put all of this information in the comments so that you will know, because it's another one where you could just go to a website, put the file in, and it will send it to the person. So that's another good one too. And you could do that one for free as well. Number 3 is going to be an online calendar so that you can have a place where people can schedule a date and a time to talk to you without you having to go back and forth in your text messages, inbox, emails, etc. My recommendations are Calendly and Acuity scheduling. Number 4 is going to be a CMR software, CRM. I always get the letters out of order. CRM, Customer Relationship Management Software. My recommendation for that is going to be Dubsado, but you also have software like 17 Hats and Honeybook, and HubSpot is another one, which is more geared towards corporate companies that have teams and so on and so forth. But HubSpot is really good also. And then number 5 is going to be email marketing software, which is going to allow you to be able to go on social media, promote your services, and then be able to have somewhere to collect email addresses so that you can kind of pull them off of the social media platform and continue to nurture them and, get them more acclimated, get them to know you more before they're ready to purchase from you in their own space. So examples or recommendations that I have for that are going to be Mailchimp, which is free starting out, and then ConvertKit, MailerLite, and EMMA. If anyone has any questions at this time, I welcome them. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if there are any other questions, if you're watching this as a replay, still go ahead and post your questions, and I will go in and I will answer them. We're going to do this every week. Next week, we'll be doing this from my Facebook group, Designing Boss Brands with Jay Ward. Let me slow down. Designing Boss Brands with Jay Ward is where we'll have the Dine and Design for next week. And next week, we'll be talking about what are some how to know what software to use for your graphic design business. So based on what it is that you want to do, we're going to break down the Adobe Creative Suite and discuss what software works for the particular type of design work that you are doing. So that's going to be next week's subject. And speaking of design, I have a 5-day free challenge that I really want you guys to sign up for. If you have been really finding yourself wanting to get into design, but you didn't know quite how to get started or what all it entails, I have a 5-day free challenge that goes over the 5 things that make great graphics, and you can use these 5 things that you need to know in any design software. So it's not matter if you're using Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Canva, Picmonkey. It doesn't matter what software you're using. These 5 things that you need to know in order to create great graphics are going to apply across the board. So sign up for this free 5-day challenge. Go ahead and put in the comments if you are interested in learning more about that, because that kicks off in about 2 weeks. I think it's the 15th. I'll double check on my day on that. And it's going to be completely self-paced, so you'll be able to go in and each day you'll get information, and a prompt. And we'll also be going over the challenge in the group as well. So if you want to go ahead and join the Facebook group, Designing Boss Brands with J Ward, you can go ahead and hop on in there. And then that way, you'll already have your face in the place for next week's lesson, as well as the information for the 5-day challenge. Again, thank you so much for joining. I look forward to seeing you guys next week for our next Dine and Design. This is your girl, J Ward, signing off. Bye.